Hey folks, well guess what? You see what's happening? It's raining. They got it right. Now look, it's about 4 o'clock that we're filming this, so the heavy rains haven't come yet and we are pretty wet underfoot. We've got a lot of puddles building up everywhere in the garden. Now we may not be as bad as some other parts of Victoria or Australia in fact, or even the rest of the world, and our hearts go out to those who are really struggling with the excess rain and the rushing of water through their properties. What do you do? Not a hell of a lot you can do. If you've got pot plants, folks, make sure you got them elevated, get them off the ground, take the sources away from the base so they can drain. No doubt for the pot plants and even the grow bags, if you've been fertilising, with all this rain going through your pots, it's going to wash out a lot of those nutrients. So a couple of days after it finishes raining and it starts to dry out, have a look at your pot plants and see if you need to top dress them again with a little bit of compost, superfood, or any fertiliser you love to use. But keep it organic, keep it natural, otherwise it defeats the purpose of growing it at home. Look at the bloody dam! It is overflowing. That's the inlet down there from the other dam flowing in. This is flowing backwards now, folks. I can't believe how full it is. Look at the grass. That was the edge of the dam there where the grass is, the spear grass. It's gone in about 3 or 4 metres. You got to see this, folks. We're heading towards Bruce's Creek. Now normally on any given day there'd be just a puddle of water, a little pool of water. And you know, on a rainy day, unlike today, any other day that is, you may get a little trickle down the stream, right? Well, at the moment I can hear the white water rushing. And we've got a little dam at the beginning of it, a holding dam, and then it breaks away to about 1 metre in diameter as the creek runs. Oh my Lord, have a look at this. This isn't a creek, this is a river. This has busted its banks. Have a look at this. This is nuts. And we've got a fallen tree that we still got to chop down. Rabbits are running for life. Are you kidding me? The creek is on the other side of our fence line. You can see the little wires there. The creek runs on the other side. It's broken the banks and it's come over to this side, at least 10, 12 metres wide. There's meant to be a crossover there of rocks. Oh my, this is nuts. We've planted some pines here, folks. Radiatas, they're growing. Well, they're gonna grow because we're gonna replace some of these trees here that have been hit hard. Have a look at the river. I mean, it's a creek. There's a dam in there somewhere. There's the crossover. See where the ripple is? Just there? I think it is. Or is it just here? It's here somewhere anyway. It's busted its banks and it's just flowing like there's no tomorrow. I don't know what to say. Let's hope the heavy rains don't come. These are the light rains. I can only imagine what's on the other side, down the low side of the property. This is the high side. So we're at the north end of the property, northeast end, which is the lower side to the northwest end. So as you're looking at it, to the left side of this screen is a higher side of the property. This is the second highest. And then if we head down to the lowest side of the property, which is southeast, I could only imagine what's going on down there. I'm gobsmacked. Even with all the contours that we got here and the swales, look at Bruce's Creek. Look how wide it is. Like I said to you, it only runs about 1 metre in width, but 2 metres maximum is the actual creek itself. It's jumped the fence again because it normally crosses over where the spear grass is behind the trees there, or between the trees. And Cara, get out of the edge there, sweetheart. And that's our crossover to get into that corner there. And it normally it runs through between the two spear grass, that little channel there. That's where the actual creek goes, and it S-bends its way back around there. But this whole flat area there where you can see the lawn mowing once upon a time, that's all grass area there. So it's just jumped that as well. And it's heading for Bannockburn. Now, on a happier note, folks, For those who are in Victoria and can venture out to Coburg at our garden centre, as you know, last week we announced and released our first batch of Big Malacca tomatoes, and they sold out within hours of opening the doors. Now we've got a smaller batch coming through, as you can see here. There's probably about, no, I'm not going to guess, but there's a fair amount here. Not a lot to make everyone happy, but at least we've got some more coming on. And I have sown another tray's worth, another couple of hundred here. Hopefully they germinate, but maybe not anytime soon because the weather's just plummeted back down again, folks. So if you want your Big Malacca, come down to the garden centre in Coburg on Saturday morning. They're going to open up at 9 o'clock, so first in, best dress. Otherwise you'll miss out until next year or until the next batch develops, but that may be pretty much further down into the season, obviously. But the way the weather is, what do you want me to say? What I really feel like? No, I'm not going to say it. Keep dry, keep protected, look after your pot plants, let them drain well, and take away the sources, and make sure your little seedlings in the ground, if they are drowning, you may need to dig them out, because otherwise they'll never survive these rains that are coming. So fingers crossed the heavy rains aren't going to hit us like they've been predicting, and good luck to everybody else out there who's struggling already. Our thoughts are with you, and enjoy your gardening when the sun starts to shine. Big Malaccas in Coburg, and our website vasilisgarden.com. From me, Vasily, Maresi.